So we have already, hello students, we have already started one website, and inside that particular website we have already added one gallery page, and inside site master we already given gallery.aspx path, and one more menu we have already added to this site.master page, because menus we show on master page. Okay, and this is your site name. For example, they are giving my ASP.NET application. Instead of this name, you may give your application name. This is my website title. You may give your title whatever you want. And one more menu we are adding here, and now we are designing this gallery page by drag and drop. By using drag drop option, you can add controls on your web page like this. I am adding one label, and if I want to change the text of that particular label, I am giving this is gallery page. So by using properties window, now where is this property window? If there is no any property window, right click on a particular control. There is one properties option, or we can go towards this option. Or this is here is also properties window. So you can click on it. You may see properties window. Click on a particular control, then that control's properties will be shown on this properties window. Now I am changing the text, as this is gallery page. Label control is used for displaying the text, or if you want to display some text on web page, only read only purpose. End user cannot change the label text at runtime. If you want to display some text for read only purpose, then you may use label control on your web page. Now if you want to change the style, like foreground color means color of text, then you may change like this. Then if you want to change the size, then also there is one font property, and inside font, if I use this option, then names, then bold is also here. So if I am designing the page like this, if I run this application, see, is there any gallery option? Yes, this is gallery page. If I click on about page, about content page will be displayed inside this area. If I click on home, then home contents will be displayed. If I click on gallery, then gallery page will be displayed. In this way, we can add our own web pages inside our project. We create our own menus, or we add our own menus inside existing menus, and after clicking on that particular menu, our page, that menu's respective web page will be displayed here. So in this way we can add whatever menus we want. We may add in site.master, because these contents are fixed. Only these content will be changed according to the content page. Contents will be displayed in this area, and inside master page, these are the contents of master page. This is your site name, and these are the menus. These are the constant, and they are on master page, and this content page is changed according to your menu selection. So in this way we can add our menus and According to the menu selection, we may open our content pages. Now, one more page I'm adding here, like login page. We see how we can create login page. Login.aspx. Now I am using master page to it, or you may display as it is without master page. Then see here, this is a single page and I am not attaching any master page to this login page. Now if I run this login page, then empty page will be displayed because there is no any controls on. I'm designing on that particular page. So how we can design a login page here? For that, I'm giving this division tag properties. I'm setting this division tag properties. See here, there are division properties. Then one by one I'm adding some controls. I want to display one login label. Then after that I need one label as enter username. So this is the label. After label, I want to display one text box. So add text box here, then enter. Go to next line, add one more label. Now what is mean by text box? What is the use of this text box control? For data entry purpose, we may use text box. At runtime, user can enter the values inside this text box. So for data entry purpose, we may use text box control. User needs to give the username at the time of running this page. So we use here text box. Now after that, we know how login page is seen. There is one username and there is one password field. Enter password. So we use here password field, and in front of password we also add one text box. Now after it, we need button. One login button I am using here. So I am giving some spaces. After that, some spaces I want, and again I am using here and one more button. I am giving text property as login, and whatever text you give inside properties window, that displayed on the button. If you want to change the height and width, you may change like this, or by using properties you may give the constant values inside properties window like this, height in pixel and width in pixel. So here I need to change the font color and font size. So I'm changing by using properties. Then I'm changing the bold as true and the foreground color as navy blue. Okay, so login here. If we want to display this form at center, then what we need to do? See here. At the top left corner we see our login form. If we want to add it center, then give this division property align as center. So we see whole whole form at the center. Now if I run this program or run this page, I can give any value inside the text box. So this is for data entry purpose. Now if you see carefully, my password is I am seeing. So you need to hide the characters of password. So what is the option to hide the characters? I don't want to show the characters. Whatever user type the password, I need to hide that character. So how we can do this? Click on that password text box and go to text mode property. There is one text mode property, and change that text mode property from single line to password. So we can't see the characters whatever you type. Okay, so one I button is here, and this is what we done. Now if we want to display one message, if you want to display one message after click on login button, then we see how we can do this. Whenever you click on the button, if you want to run one or run particular code, then double click on that particular button. Then we go towards the code window where there is C# coding. See what is the page name here, login.aspx.cs. .cs in the sense C#. So we can code here by using C# language. So whatever we type here, or run at the button click event. Now I am giving one message as response.write. Generally in console application, what we have done, console.write. Now to display one message on a web page, you need to use response.write. Button 1 is clicked. If I am giving one message like this, button 1 is clicked. Now if I run this program and give some values and click on login, then one message is displayed here, button 1 is clicked. Okay, button 1 is clicked. If I click on cancel, nothing happens, but if I click on login, one message is displayed. We are not displaying any line or displaying any code on the click of cancel, but we are adding one code for click on this button 1. So login button is clicked. Login button button is clicked. If I am doing like this, then if you want to give the message for cancel button, then you may give like this, cancel button is clicked. So in this way, event handling we can done inside C#. Login button is clicked, cancel button is clicked. So in next video we will see the correct, if user gives correct username and password, then we need to go towards the home page. Okay, if user gives the correct username and password, we go towards the home page. Otherwise, if credentials or if username or password is incorrect, then we give one error message to user. So how we can do this?